What's going on, y'all? You here with international journalist, the Media Prince, and today we're having conversations with the beautiful Miss AtLarge herself, Cobb.
Hi!
How are you?
Okay, I'm super full large excited to be here with you, talking to you.
No, I'm excited to talk to you. So, first of all, brace yourself. So we got, first of all, grade A makeup artist.
Listen, thank you. Thank you.
Fashion guru.
Oh my goodness, you giving me all of that. Okay, well, I'm glad you like how I look, because you know, fashion, makeup, beauty, all that goes together. We go.
Content creator, media personality, and producer.
A full large.
A full large. Maybe extra large right there. So how is it juggling all of those hats?
You know what? I always said it's God. You know, since I was a little girl, a lot of people don't know that, you know, sometimes they'll say, oh, you're just a makeup artist. But when I was a little girl, I used to draw, I used to act. So it's just that creative being in me. Sometimes I go to sleep and I'm creating. So I think when God places a lot of gifts in your life and he knows where he wants to take you, it's easy when it's your time. You know, so right now it's the time and I don't get tired. I'm enjoying what I do. So yeah, it's just God driving me and everything that I've been dreaming about, I'm living. So it's easy. It's easy. It's easy.
So take us back. When did the creative juices start flowing?
Like I said at my viewing party, when I was a little girl, I would go back to my church.
Okay.
And my mom was the youth leader, and she used to have like stage plays, and I was always the little star, not just because I was her daughter. Okay, all right, but I was just that animated little girl, dramatic little girl, and would be at home in the mic and singing and doing this and making up my own little plays and stuff like that. And it started there when I was a little girl.
You've been a full large for a minute.
Since a baby.
Since a baby, okay. Are there anybody else that you take from in your family that like that?
You know what, my mom, like I said, she used to write all the stage plays, and she wanted to be a journalist. So I think, you know, I get that from her. So yeah, so my mom is my inspiration a lot. So
okay. How have you been allowing it to connect so easily? Because it's really been falling right into place of one another. How have you been able to do it like that?
You know what, everybody always say, how do you do it all? And everything I do, I'm really like strategic. And Harley Morgan always says I'm so hard to please. So a lot of times, even with my show, my radio show, my reality show, I always try not to do everything myself. You know, but sometimes when you want it done a certain way, you're the only person that knows exactly how to line everything up. So again,
y'all did peep that extra hat. Radio host as well. How did I forget that? Oh my God.
A lot of times I will sit down, and I believe when you write the vision, you make it plain and you write it all out. And then that's the way that I do things. I try to write things out and it just falls in line, and then I pray, and then the creative juices just start flowing, and then it just take off, and it happens.
Okay. Would you say that writing down your plans has been a big key component of your success?
I would say that, because I wasn't always like that. You're creative as well, so you know we bounce everywhere, and I used to be somebody that just jump out there, and a lot of times when you jump out there, you have all of this that you're doing, and you're like, what the heck, I can't do it all. I have to focus. So at this point in my life, I'm just learning how to focus on one thing, complete it, go to the next, instead of being how I used to be. I'm so creative, let's bring this out, let's bring that out. It don't work that way. You have to slow down, write it down, complete this, and the next thing will be there. You know, and that way people will pay attention, not to everything, because sometimes you're like, dang, how many things do you do? You know, bring that out, and then everything else will fall in line with that.
You low-key spreading some knowledge over here, because I'm over here like...
Yeah, because you know how creative...
Get my lodge on over here.
Listen, you're full large creative, and you probably go to sleep, and your mind is going, and you want to bring everything out, but you got to slow down, complete one thing, and everything else will fall under that umbrella.
Okay, so I know they hearing this saying this full large. How did you get this? Because this is how people know you,
Oh my God, let me tell you. So when I used to work at Tom Ford, me and my brother.
Hold on, say that again.
When I used to work at Tom Ford.
Oh, there you go.
Tom Ford. I worked with Tom Ford, Mac Cosmetics, Giorgio Armani, all the high-end boutiques and counters. But
straight larges.
Right. We used to be at the counter, and we used to just be acting crazy, and I always come up with sayings. I used to say, please sit down, or it used to be clearly. I always have a different saying every year, and it started out as a joke, you know, and it's not a bad thing. It could mean anything. It could mean anything. It could mean when you looking real good, you're like, oh honey, you looking full large. Or somebody might be doing something that you really don't even feel. You like, a large? So it depends, and somebody could be a large. So that's how it actually started, and you know, that's so bad. But and then I just turned into this whole thing, and it just became, everybody just like, a large, it's a large. So it's dependent on how you say it.
But you've been able to turn it into an empowerment too.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people feel good saying it. They don't mind being called, especially when you in the presence. Yeah. They could be a large.
A large.
But they say it, they be like, oh.
Right. So it just depends on how you say it. And I'm always about empowering people anyway.
Okay. So you mentioned, you know, you started at Tom Ford. Take us back. When did you start into makeup?
Oh my goodness. You know what? When I was 12 years old, my first gift was actually hair. Yeah, I was doing hair.
Another job?
Yep. Hair, braids, all of that when I was 12 years old. And my first wedding was when I was 13 with 14 people and a bride at 13 years old. So that's when you looking like, what in the world? Damn. 13, who trusts a 13-year-old to be your face? Right. And your bridesmaids' faces, let alone. So that was like my first entry right into the makeup artistry world. Yep.
So when people say, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this.
Yes, absolutely. So, and it was something that I didn't have to go to. I have a lot of different skills, whereas though I went to learn, but I didn't have to go to school to learn how to do makeup. I used to go and shop at the MAC counter, and I used to have on black, and everybody used to think I worked there. And it was crazy, I didn't. I was just, you know, I was just buying lipstick, and they was like, you need to work here. So that was back when MAC used to hire people that had experience, and the trainers loved me. They was like, you need to hire this girl. And what's crazy, you go through 3 interviews. I only went through 1 to get into MAC, and that was that was like my ultimate goal to get into MAC back then, when you really had to have like skills. No shade.
Can't get none if it's the truth. Okay, so how did you start in the media world?
Oh my God. Okay, so you can see I'm a little dramatic, a little animated. So everybody always say, you need to be on TV. Like, that's your personality, your look, you just need to be on TV.
Which you are.
Thank you. So what's crazy, I think I always say Trump from Ripped Radio had hit me up on Facebook, and I think he hit me up because you know how y'all guys do. You see an attractive woman.
Slid in the mouth.
Attractive woman. He was like, have you ever done radio? You know, I want you to come and co-host on AJ's show. I was like, well, okay. That was my first time. So they always say they what is it? Bust my radio cherry. Just right? Went there. What was crazy, he was like, you got mad skills. It was trying to holler. It didn't work. So then, like a year later, he was like, come and co-host again. He was like, man, I need to give you your own show. That's how Listen with Ty Cobb came about. Because I used to always say, listen, honey. That was one of my other words. And and that's how I got started in radio.
Which is popping right now.
Yes.
So how is it when you go into those different modes? Because you can go straight from the makeup world then straight to the radio world. Is it hard to adjust to sit down and be like, okay, I'm at radio right now?
You know what? It's not. You know, I think sometimes you might even experience this. A lot of times when you are confident in what you do, and that's just you being you, a lot of times people are like, oh, like how you just, you know. But if I said to somebody, oh no, it's not hard, it'd be like, you know, why? You get what I'm saying. But when I'm doing makeup, I'm in that makeup artist mode. I'm ready to make sure that my clients are okay. I love connecting with my clients, because a lot of times they end up being my friend, you know, and a lot of times we're therapists. You sit down and a client just telling you everything, and then when I go to radio, it's like that actress tag, that personalities comes out, and I'm just like at home. So it's never really hard for me to you know,
get in that mode. And now you're doing them all in one. Miss Producer, creator of Real Makeup Artist of DC.
Yes.
Tell us, how did that come about?
Okay, so again, one of my friends was like, you need to be on TV. And I was like, okay, all right. So I always tell people in my 20s, right after high school, I should have went to like LA and New York. But I always say I wasted 2 years of my mom's money, you know. You know, you always want to do what your parents want you to do. You go to school. So I went to school for like 2 years, and it just was like, it just, not to say it wasn't for me, but you know how I was just like so creative. I was like, okay. But I was a procrastinator. And I had so many different opportunities to go and intern with MTV as far as makeup artists and things like that. And fast forward to a lot of things that I wanted to do, I didn't do. So when she said, you really need to like be on TV, you need a reality show. And I was like, okay, all right. So sat down, came up with the concept, and this crew was a totally different crew. I had a totally different crew. It was a totally different name. My logo that you see, Real Makeup Artist of DC, with the capital and lipstick, that was a different project that I had. That was a makeup class that I was going to do. So kind of was trying to do like a sizzle reel. Didn't work out, you know, and it sat for 7 years. Fast forward to now. That procrastination spirit I had was not there anymore. I was sure about myself. And the Lord said, it's time. Go back, rewrite everything, scratch it, redo it, put that logo to the reality show, and that's going to be your name, and do it yourself. Let the networks come to you. And I did it. That's what I did.
That's lit. So we're about to let y'all see a clip of it right now.
On the next Real Makeup Artist of DC. Like, I come in, they're late. The only person here is Esquire.
Are you serious? Y'all quick to tell me I'm supposed to tell you how I feel to you. He has no personality.
So that's why I walked out and I was like, I can't stand him. Let me leave before I smack him.
If I offended you, be a man about it. Don't hide behind your body, go. And if it's the issue, it just gotta be said. Like,
so the show looks pretty good. It seem like we can expect a lot this season. So how would you sum up the show?
You know what? I would say that you're gonna get a lot of makeup, friendships, breaking up a little bit, you know, some tears, some things that happened that I didn't know that was gonna happen in the season. You know, when you're putting together a show, and a lot of times reality, you could think it's scripted, but going into this, having something down, and then everything just changing, you'll see a lot of that. Friendships breaking up, makeup, some tears, and some drama. You know,
some dope makeup artists.
Yeah.
Get on your roster. How can they become a client, sit down in your chair, and either get interviewed or get a full large face?
Listen, so I can lodge you. You can always reach me at TyCobbAtLarge@gmail.com or send me a DM. TyCobbAtLarge on IG, TyCobb on Facebook.
Okay. So before I let you go, I like to play this game, and since we know that you are fashion,
Okay, here we go.
I do it with artists. I do it according to the clientele, so we know you love fashion.
I love it.
So I'm gonna give you, it's either or, and I'm gonna name some designers, and the designer you name exists. The designer you do not say never existed.
Okay. Oh my God. Let's see if I'm gonna act.
So we're gonna start. Tommy Hilfiger or Calvin Klein? Who you say stays?
Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein stays. Okay, let's do Fendi or Gucci?
Gucci.
Louis Vuitton or Prada?
Prada.
Okay, Balmain or Balenciaga?
Oh, Balmain.
Okay, Christian Louboutin or Tom Ford?
Why would you do this to me, knowing I'm a Loub girl? You know what I'm gonna say? I would say Christian. You know why? Because he makes a classic. If you get the black and beige, those are classic. Tom Ford, you'll have to continue to buy those. So I'm gonna go with Christian because he makes some classic shoes.
You aced this.
Ow!
This is what you call a full large at its best.
See? Get at me.
So let them know what days the shows come on. And
so you can catch The Real Makeup Artist at DC on Sundays at 6 p.m.
And when can they catch you on their radio blazing them up?
Tuesdays 8 to 10 p.m. on RIP Radio Network.
Hey. This was Conversations with Miss Ty Cobb. We look forward to seeing you in the future on your journey. So I'm just a pleasure that I get to see you before I get to turn on the TV and be like,
oh my God. Listen, you speaking it, but I'm going to have to come and get you. I'm going to have to come and get you to interview.
Y'all hear that now? We got it on here. This was Conversation with Miss Ty Cobb. Shot by MLB.
Thank you.
Me the Prince, and we're out.